Box 21 of 25. Better stay tuned. This is your Geek Fix. It seems like it's with these more recent boxes that we're seeing a lot of the value of the parts and each individual piece or build. So for example, this is number 80, issue 80, and look at all the parts that are just in that by itself. It's kind of like the first set that we got. Just a lot of bits and pieces. And again, more big parts. It looks like we have some more sensors. Oh, some more arm things, stuff like that. And look at this. There's a package of the kind of screws I think I was even looking for last time, just loose in this box. So I don't know what that's about, but I put those right there. I very easily could have missed those. Box 81. And then here's some more parts similar to what we've already put together just this last time. These magazines go from 79 to 82. And this up. Throwing that over there. So it seems like these past few magazines have focused more and more on Phantom Menace and getting into some of those prequels. It mentions that at that point in time, because of technology limitations, they would try to make models and sets that were also pretty much complete, or that would be easily matched to some of the different digital effects. Also, we have some modern technology. I mean, look at that. As far as robotics. We also have some telemedicine going on right here. They have these in hospitals, mixed reviews by patients, where doctors from anywhere can visit. The upside to that is you could be in a rural area and still be seen by the top surgeon or the top person in the United States. And yes, we can even do surgery using robots. In fact, it's kind of one of the preferred ones for example, some prostate conditions. So, getting into the building here, it looks like we're starting off actually with a piece that we've done before. This is number 79. Yeah, 79. I was worried, by the way, about those screws because it seems like we needed all of these sinking screws that are machine screws. So I tried to go out and even buy some. And then I remembered, hey, I've been keeping all my screws from Iron Man as well. And sure enough, I see some inside the set. And because I know that I don't need to continue using those screws, we can use them now for this build. So, at any rate, Assembly 79 does come with its own screws though. And some of these little silver screws, which I still have some leftovers for from the last time. This is a process that now we're familiar with because we did it right here. Now we're going to do it on the other side. So I did get a little bit confused though initially last time as to how this was supposed to go together. I think mostly because of this leg part right here. So the way that this works is I'm taking this piece right here and this piece right here, whoops, keeping it just like that. You see that? And I'm going to be connecting those parts together with some silver screws. Also, they have these little pegs right here, so it makes it a little bit hard to get your screwdriver straight up and down into that. All right, there's that part done. Next, what we're doing is we're connecting these little holes right here to this area right over here. Just like, there's also these two little pegs that help to hold it into place. As I now screw in a couple of 2.5 by 8 millimeter screws, which I think are the same as what I just barely put in, maybe? The one thing about this is I can't screw in the screw because the plate over here is blocking the screwdriver that they've given me. So it's really making it hard to be able to tighten it reasonably. I almost have to pull the whole thing away a bit and then hope that I can still line it up right. Yeah, like that. Maybe. And then let's see here. Get the other one in. I think we would have done this earlier so that there wouldn't be that obstruction. But it seems to be going in, and just gonna make sure that the holes are lined up. There we go. And then okay. Woo! For a stupid 4 total screw part, that took a long time to get in. Like I said, it would have been easier if I'd done it at an earlier time than now. But now what we're going to be doing is attaching one of these rods, and we're making that rod go. Where are we making that rod go? Right here. Just random sticking up, I guess. Kind of like this. And I remember these screws, so we stick it up here like this. Start to screw it on, and then I'm going to use the screwdriver to. Oh, actually, that's pretty darn tight. Look at that. Okay, there we go. I've got 3 parts here that I just put on, and that covers that magazine. Next one is going to be, these are backwards, there we go, 80, which is the one that's kind of the biggest package that we see. Boy, you gotta feel bad for the guy. To be tied to that character is just so sad, I'm sure. Okay, so next one, like I said, this one's 80. Look at all these parts. This is gonna be a big build. Make sure there's no screws I'm missing this time. We got the body section and that over there for a moment, and then we have all of these parts right here, which is kind of exciting because I can see the buttons. The buttons are going to be telling him to do all different things. We also have, whoops. All right. These are what you call momentary switches right here. So it's kind of like the switches on some of your controllers. Basically, when you push down on it, it does something. When you let go, it doesn't. There's always open versus always closed. So like with always closed, when you push down on it, it would turn something on when you're, or turn something off when you're pushing on it, sorry. But when they're attached to a board like this, when you actually connect them with other things and circuitry, then you can make them where they can do single push, turning something on permanently, versus having to hold it down the whole time. And so I'm gonna just put these parts over here for a second as we are waiting to put this thing together. And so turning the page, oh, what am I thinking? Look at that. That is the front. That is the very front. Look at all these little parts we're gonna be putting on. Pretty exciting. I think we're gonna have the whole front panel done today. So yeah, pretty neat. I'm very excited about this. So what we're starting with is one of those. There's only one in this kit. It's one of these pieces. So we're gonna be putting that one. That one goes in the very, very top. And it does have a direction it needs to be. Let's see. It has to have this ridge, has to be on the top, just like that. And then we are attaching that. We're using those darn self-tapping screws, but luckily they gave me more of them. So now we're not searching around for them anymore. And if we need to, I've also got those screws from the Iron Man kit that I can use to compensate. So, and then once we've got that piece on, we're going to be pulling out this, I believe, yes, this piece right here. This piece goes down here and fits just like it looks right here, like that. flipping it over and also attaching that with self-tapping screws, and it doesn't stay in by itself, so I gotta hold it as I do this. Alrighty, that's those two. Next, we're gonna be pulling out this part right here. We've done this one of these, well, something that looks similar to it, but this one has no holes, so I guess that this one doesn't have a speaker function to it. And so I'm gonna put it through this direction, point it down, right? So that that arrow is pointing at that slot, and then in that slot goes this little piece at the bottom, was like this, and it will slide just right on in there, just like that, right there. And then we're attaching that with, guess what? Yes, a self-tapping screw. And, okay, got that right there. And then, there we go. And so now I've got that right there. And we're just clipping along. We're taking these buttons now, these buttons right here, which are going to be what's going to handle most of the functions for R2, which are going to be sticking through this right here. And so hooking on this side right here, again attaching. Now I don't like it when they do buttons that have the only thing that's really connecting them are some pretty breakable plastic pieces, but on the flip side, I think the buttons are going to be fastened right up against it, so it's not like they're having to be pressed very far. I know the Pip-Boy 3000 had a button that was kind of manufactured that way, and it resulted in some problems, but in this case, we're going to be taking this right here and this right here, as well as shows a little black part. Oh, those are just self-tapping screws. Just a bad picture, that's all. This piece right here we're taking. We're going to be plugging this this side in. So we've got that. Then we're going to be taking this right here, and we're going to be mounting it, it looks like, so that so the little holes go through on top of these little pegs, just like that. And yeah, and then we're adding, so I did it like it said. I started in one corner, now two, being careful not to break my board, and there, three. 1, 2, 3. Now, once when we've done that, we're going to flip it over, and we're going to take this metal piece right here, which has its name pointing this direction and flicks onto this little peg part like that, and then we attach that with a couple more screws, the black screws. Let it breathe, things like that. There's that piece now completed, and we're going to take that piece and we're going to be connecting it now into here, and boy, oh yeah, I guess so. I was worried. It was looking like it's a little bit far from the actual buttons, like I said, about that plastic being pushed too far, but maybe not. No, it's pretty much right up against it, so it should be fine. A couple more of these screws now, which I think I only have 2 more. But nonetheless, now we've got that part all in place, and so when we push on our buttons, you can hear it making its clicky noises. That's a good thing. Apparently I should have left this cable managed kind of thing. Let me just wrap this around it just in case. That's really going to be a big issue. Not as tightly as they had it before. But there's that. That's all that we're doing in this particular magazine. It does tell us, though, what each of those buttons does, though. So if we bring this over here, now this is for manually telling him what to do. Now there is an app, which I already have installed, which will do these things as well, but we have our patrol mode, on and off, arms, in and out, lightsaber, up and down, pair mode, connect to Wi-Fi, switch connection mode, and power on and off. So it's where they put the power at the bottom. But at any rate, that's where that is. So that's the end of that magazine. And now, bringing over issue 81, we're going to be using some more of these metal parts now, and it seems I need to be connecting some of those to some previous metal parts that we did. Oh no, there are 3 pieces in here. It just didn't look like there's that many pieces. So we're taking this piece right here. Again, I don't know if I can trust that we're using the parts with their numbers sticking on the top, like it shows us in the magazine, because it doesn't really seem to be working that way. But still, we'll try it. Okay, these are the same this time for sure. So I'm gonna just attach those. We're using the same process we've used before, so I put those on top of here. I take some of these short white screws and I just screw those straight on down, just like that. And it's still a bit loose, but should be adequate. That's all the more that we do with that magazine. But then bringing over, and I'm betting I'm going to use that ring here in a second, but maybe not. Looks like we're going to be doing some massive assembly at this point. So let's see here. So what we're going to be doing, bringing out this part, which has more parts that go to my front, or to R2's front, not so much my front. And I did get more screws, hallelujah. And blue part, got this part, got this part, and okay. So we're gonna be starting off, it looks like, oh, I gotta open up this too, apparently, in order to get the pieces I'm gonna need here in a second. There's this piece right here, which has this little part that sticks out underneath it. And what we're gonna be doing is taking that part and this part right here, right? And we're gonna be attaching, there's this piece, see this little piece right here? We're gonna be taking this little piece, and I'm gonna be taking a really long screw, which these are. There we go. Okay, and let's see. Okay, doesn't matter which direction it's pointed, it doesn't look like it. Or which direction the screw goes, it does matter which way the screw goes. Screw comes in. It's a little different than the Iron Man, where I felt like I need to be really careful not to go too lightly. I wanna always tighten it really tight. On here, I don't know what will need to be really easy to flip open or flip closed. So I've got that screw in there. Now what we're doing is we're taking this little portion right here, right? You see this hole way back here in the back, right way back there? I'm gonna be taking that little prong and I'm sticking it all the way back there. I'm surprised they're not having me do it with glue, but nope, I'm doing it with the screw. Can I get it into that hole though is the question. It feels a little flimsy. I want to be really careful with it. You could probably guess what kind of screw it's having me use. And luckily, they gave me more of them. Without breaking it, I could totally see breaking some of these parts, but all right. Check that the hinge operates smoothly. Oh, it does, yeah. Okay. Don't know what that's going to be doing yet, but I'm going to find out in a second. We're going to be doing some more hingy kinds of things. We don't need that anymore. So, I got 2 more of these that we did last time. 2 of these little metally looking parts. And I got this door right here. Let's use these. These look great. Okay. I'm going to stick it through there. And I'm going to put it into here. So fixing it with these screws. If you ever watch these and you're like, you know, that won't take me very long. I want something that takes more than half an hour. I will warn you that it usually takes me a good hour to build a lot of these builds. And then I edited a lot of it out because, of course, you don't want to watch me fumble for a full hour. And then what you see is really an edited version. So for that reason, I wouldn't anticipate that it will be as smooth as it looks on the video, even, because it's just not reasonable. Again, on this one, I don't think I want it not to be loose, so I think you have to have these loose, which is a major switch for me working on the Iron Man. So, at any rate, it is kind of hard to get used to. Now, I've got another portion. Here it is, right here. I'm taking this part right here, and it looks like what we're doing is we're connecting these new pegs that we just created, and we're putting them into here, trying to line them both up at the same time here, and which is a tight fit. I'm going to go ahead and close it in order to be able to now put in the screws that they want me to use. I do think I want these to be tight because it's using using clips to be able to make it pop open and pop close like this. So, see, just like that. Pretty neat. So now I have 2 of these. This one just kind of flies open, doesn't clip in and out. Doesn't look like it was meant to, in fact, yet. Maybe there's something else that's going to go in here though that will make that do that. But right at the moment, works just the way it's supposed to work. And then this one actually clips open and close. So, having said that, we're going to go straight into putting them into the front. So I'm going to grab that front piece again, continue to work on that. And where these pieces go is, whoops, this one goes in here, like so. Don't like, oh, there it goes. Yep. Kind of wish the door locked down a little bit more, but I understand the hard thing about this is it needs to be able to open up like that, you know? What's going to be over here that's going to let it go inside like that? And then we're going to screw in our screws through the back here. So, naturally, just as we would expect. And I will figure it out before it continues to make a problem for me. So there's one. Oh, and it even like sticks open now. All right, and then we're gonna take the other one that we created. That one goes over on this side, just like this, and we're connecting it same way, using those screws. So, okay. All right. So we've got those 2 now attached. Wow, we're still going. How often does it just go on like this after several pages? Completed assembly, you got this goes like that. And you got this one over here that goes like that. Just like that. And then, okay, installing the sensors. Woo! The ultrasonic proximity sensor. Oh, very cool. Is concealed behind the pair of grills in the center of the R2-D2's chest panel. which is what we're going to be doing now. So the way we'd start is we have 2 of these grills, and we got this blue piece right here, and I'm holding it just like this. So align BP45 with BP44 like this. So 45 goes on the bottom. Why don't they do it the other way around? Okay. And then we'll secure that with screws, and then we also put in this one and secure it, and we'll screw. I'm just gonna do it all at once and go from there. More of our black self-tapping screws in this case. I don't understand. Okay, there we go. It's on there now. All right, now we're going to take the sensor that's marked T. This one's P, so this one right here is T, as you can see. And all right, taking T right now, and what we're going to do is we're going to stick that into a part that I seem to have, but it is the same color. Weird. One side's blue, one side is silver, and there's no real reason why it needs to be blue, but whatever. So T goes through the top one, like so, and then it said P. Nope, it says R. I'm gonna put that one through here, and just like so. Okay. Now I'm gonna align the sensor assembly with this piece that we did in step 7. We're gonna be doing it just like I see. There's a little notch actually right here that it slid right onto. See, like that. And then when I've done that, we're gonna probably be sticking another one of those screws through the back. Sure enough. Hey. See, great minds right at the moment. Okay. Now, got that on there. Look at that. So you can see the sensors sticking through those vents. So they actually have a real purpose, a real life purpose. Testing the ultrasonic sensor. What? No. So I gotta get out my tester stuff, which is all right here. I keep it all around. Not sure what that's for, but keep it around there. All right. You're now ready to test the ultra. You need the battery box, which is right here. All right. You'll need the battery box provided in issue. They already show it plugged into the. Wait. Well, they're just putting They put this instruction down here, making it look like that was the next thing to do. It is not. We have to first put it into here before we can test it. So that's fine. That's fine. So it looks like I'm putting it in here first, just like that. What kind of screws we're using now? Flange screws again? No, self-tappers. Back into those. Okay. Okay, there's four of these. Okay, and one more, and I will be done with putting in these screws. Okay, so we got it like that, and then what we're gonna do is let's see here, and the two bottom, I did that. Okay, wait, okay, I don't understand. So now, can I test it? All right, so for testing it, we bring out our battery, which is right here. I'm gonna detach it from one of our controllers. I'm gonna be bringing over these. The battery plugs into here, just like so. There's some lights. let me know that might be a bad idea or a good idea, I don't know. And then we're gonna take what, the sensors? What exactly are we plugging into here? It is the 2 sensors. Doesn't matter which one's which, it does. So those go sensor T, which is the bottom one, right? No, it's the top one. Sensor T goes into here. Then, ouch. And then sensor R, the lights are going on because it's face down, so it's sensing that we're up against something. Okay. Alright, we plug those in. Stand it in front of the panel upright, making sure that there's no objects within 2 meters. Whoa, that's pretty extreme. Alright. Oh. Wait. Okay. They are making a clicky noise. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. Is that the sound it's going to make when it's plugged in normal? Okay. Well, we're going to find out, I guess, eventually. I'll have to keep a note on that. That if I have problems later on, it could be I need new sensors, which would be sad for me. So, I might have to order a new set of sensors. Wait, was that was all my parts? Is that it? Am I done? Yeah, I think so. I think that was all the parts on this one. Yep. So, pretty exciting though. A lot of cool things that just happened. Better stay tuned for next time. And I want to thank Fanhome for providing these parts. Also, if you're interested in actually purchasing this model, check the links below. And don't forget to use the promo code R2-D2. Also, don't forget to check out our Iron Man build and other big videos that we got on the way. In the meantime, like, subscribe, comment below. This is your Geek Fix.